Hey everybody, welcome to the Build Widgets Robotics Challenge. In this video, we're going to talk about Section 5 that deals with the finals tournament. So let's take a look. Section 5.1 deals with qualification rankings. 5.2 deals with alliance selection process. Section 5.3 with the finals tournament. And then lastly, we'll talk about the awards and advancing to the state competition. So this is all brand new for this year. Whether you're a returning team to TCEA contests or a first-time team, all this is new information, so we want you to pay very close attention. And if you don't understand something here, make sure that you use the discussion board to ask questions. That discussion board is located on the TCEA website, and the team sponsor can help you ask those questions, get some clarification so that you know what's going to happen on the day of the robotics competition. Let me say that all of the information that I'm going to talk about is located in the game manual. As of this recording, I'm dealing with version 1. Which was edited in August. This is the very beginning of the robotics season, so this is version 1, but depending on when you're watching this video, in the next weeks or months to come, it's very likely that we'll have version 2 or maybe even version 3 whenever we have to clarify some of the rules or add or edit some rules based on your feedback that we get on the discussion board. So it's going to be your responsibility to make sure that you have the most up-to-date version of the game manual and that you understand what's going on. I'm going to try in this video to kind of help explain some of the reasoning behind the rules and what the rules mean, but it's not meant to replace that game manual. So make sure that you read it, understand it, and then ask questions if you need to. I'm going to scroll down now to Section 5 because that's the part that we're going to talk about today. All right, so here's Section 5, and let's start talking about, or continue talking about the way the qualification points and the ranking points are going to work for you as it relates to the finals tournament. So in the previous video, I talked to you that you're going to be running 3 qualification matches with alliance partners. Those alliance partners are randomly assigned to you, so you're going to be competing with 3 different people in 3 different matches, earning as many points as you can in each match, and that's going to give you an overall team rank score, okay? And after all the teams in the competition have had a chance to play all 3 of their matches, we're going to rank from top to bottom all the teams, okay? And so the more points you get, the higher ranked you're going to be until we rank down all the way to the lowest points. And what's that going to do is going to line everybody up according to their ranking score so we can do the selection process for the finals tournament. Now, in the regular qualification matches, your alliance partners are assigned randomly, so you won't know who you're going to be playing with. However, in the finals matches, you're going to be able to choose your alliance partner, which is going to be really nice because during the qualification matches, you're going to learn what teams are really good, what teams have a really good strategy, what teams' robots are really well designed and can get a lot of points. And so you're going to be scouting those teams, talking with those teams, competing with those teams, watching those teams, and observing to see you're going to know who you're going to want to alliance with for the finals tournament, okay? So here's how this is going to work. After all the matches are played, then we're going to rank everybody top to bottom, and then here's how the alliance selection process is going to work. Once everybody has their ranking score, then we're going to announce the top 50% of teams to come line up for the alliance selection process. That's going to be the top 50% of all ranked teams. So if there's 60 teams competing, then it's going to be the top 30 teams that are announced. If it's 40 teams, then we're going to announce the top 20 teams to be in the alliance selection process. There's a total of 16 teams are going to be identified at the end of that to compete in the finals tournament. So we're using this alliance selection process to identify the top 16 teams that are going to compete in the finals tournament into 8 alliances, okay? So the The only exception to that is if there's a particular region that is small and has fewer than 32 teams in it, we're going to take 8 teams into the finals tournament versus 16 teams. But let me just kind of show you how that's going to work. Every team eligible for the finals tournament will choose one student to act as their representative for the alliance process. Let me show you right here. I've kind of drawn that out. So let's just say that there was a contest that had 34 teams in the competition. And we've identified the top 50%. In this case, it's going to be the top 17 teams. And we've ranked these top to bottom from left to right. Okay, so the number 1 over here on the left is going to be the highest ranking of the teams in the contest. And then team 17 is the lowest ranked of the top 50% of the teams. Does that make sense? All right, let's keep going. So the finals alliance selection process goes like this. The top ranked team is going to be able to choose their alliance partner, okay? So in this case, team number 1 here is going to be able to be the captain of the alliance, and they're going to choose another team to play with them on their alliance. So in this case, let's just say team 1 chooses team 2. And that makes a lot of sense because team 1 is going to have the highest rank. Team 2, the next highest rank, those are both very strong teams. So in this case, we're going to put on an alliance, team 1 and team 2, and then both of those teams are out of the alliance selection process because they already have an alliance, okay? Then it becomes, let me mark these guys off. After the first alliance has been chosen, then we look for the next highest ranking team. In this case, it's going to be team 3. And team 3 is going to be the captain, and they're going to be able to choose from all the other remaining teams to be their alliance partner. So in this case, let's just say that team 3 chooses team 7. Maybe team 7 is their best friends. Maybe team 7 is from their same school, or maybe team 7 is a team that complements team 3 really well. Maybe team 3 can do something and team 7 can do something different, but they think they're a good match because that lets them get all of the points. So in this case, team 3 and team 7 would be allianced together. And so that takes team 3 and team 7 out of the ranking. So now the next highest ranking team is team 4. And so maybe team 4 chooses team 6 for their alliance partner. And again, we're just going to work our way down. So here's team 4 and team 6. Those teams are out now because they've been assigned to the finals match. And then we just keep working our way down until we have 8 alliances built on 16 teams. And then we just keep working our way down to the next highest ranked team, to the next highest ranked team, to the next highest ranked team, until we've identified all 8 alliances, which again are 16 individual teams, to be in the finals tournament. So I hope that helps explain that a little bit. The finals tournament, once those alliances are chosen, that's the partners that you're going to play with for the tournament, okay? So no longer is that going to be random. You've gotten to chosen, and then those teams, once they start the finals tournament, that's who they're going to play with until the champion is crowned. So once all the alliances are established for the finals tournament, the tournament continues, or the gameplay continues. It's the same format, same scoring procedures, same rules as the qualification matches. The only exception is that you don't play for ranking points. Really what you're playing for is for one side of the table to beat the other side of the table at this point. And now we're going head to head to see which alliance will beat the other alliance in this finals competition. And so you can see the finals bracket here. So once the match is finished, we're not really playing for qualification points. We're playing for win-loss at this point. So at the end of the match, after the referees make the score, one alliance will go on in the bracket, one alliance will drop from the bracket, and we'll keep doing that until all the teams or all the alliances have played in that first round, and then we'll play the second round, the third round, and then at the end of that, There will be one alliance that will be named as the championship alliance based on how they do. There's going to be a first place alliance, which actually is included of 2 teams, and there's going to be a second place alliance that is named, and that's another 2 teams. And then at the end of the bracket, after the finals is played, then we're going to know what teams are going to state, and then what teams will be really close to being a wild card to get to go to state. So the way this is going to work is whatever 2 teams are part of the first place alliance, those 2 teams are guaranteed a spot to advance to the state competition. And you can see that the other teams that have been part of the finals tournament that weren't in the first place alliance will have the opportunity to be a wild card team based on how they did in the finals tournament on those match scores. So we'll talk more about the intricacies of that in a later video, but I just wanted to know how we kind of boil down from all of the qualification matches down to the alliance selection, down to the finals tournament, and then finally down to the first place alliance and the second place alliance, and then how that's going to funnel those teams from their region contest onto the state contest that we'll have in the spring. So I hope that's helpful. Again, this game manual, I'm sure we will be changing and adding to as we need to clarify some of these things. This video, while it was hopefully it was helpful to you, this is not meant to answer all of the questions. That's why we have the discussion board online at the TCEA website. Have your sponsor check that regularly, be watching for updates, and then eventually be watching for revision 2 or maybe even version 3 of the game manual so that you know exactly how this is going to work whenever it's time for your competition day to come roll around. I'm super excited to see what you're going to come up with. I'm excited to meet all of you and see you compete with and against each other, and I can't wait to see the robots that you build and the strategies that you come up with. I'm sure you're going to blow us away. It's going to be super fun to watch. So good luck in your preparations and have a great time.